What's up, gamers? How you doing? It's John. In this video, I want to talk about the Vita. I love the Vita. It's one of my favorite handheld systems out there. It kicks ass, in my opinion. I want to share in this video. I want to talk more about why I think it kicks ass. Right? It's a system that, in my opinion, was overshadowed by the 3DS. It came out way ahead of its time. This one in my hand is the Model One, right? The first model that came out. It's got the OLED screen, which has got the darker darks, superior screen, right? The Model 2 has it was smaller, slightly smaller, like 20% smaller. It had a screen was LCD, which isn't, in my opinion, as good as quality. We see the difference between the Switch OLED, right, and the original Switch, and you can clearly see that difference here in the Vita. So if you were to pick up a Vita, you don't have a Vita yet, I would recommend, encourage you guys to check out and search for a Model 1, which is this one right here. So it's a little bulkier, battery life isn't as good normally as the Model 2, but you get the better screen and some things like that. So what's cool about this Vita in my hand, this is hacked, this is opened up. So essentially, I've got games and ports on here, on this Vita, that were not necessarily released initially for the Vita. I've got ports to GTA, I've got ports to Bully, for example, the game Bully, if you guys remember that one, which is classic. I've got ports of other ports of games on here that were not released. And I did a video on the Vita recently as well, and I realized I didn't show you some of the games that were available for it. So that's kind of a follow-up video to that video. I want to say, first and foremost, thank you to my friend Kirk, who helped me with this as well. He's got a great channel here on YouTube, Cubert81. He's really into emulation. If you're into emulation like he is and I am, I encourage you to give him a follow. He's got some incredible stuff he does. Without any further ado, let's take a closer look at the PS Vita. Go from there. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Okay, here's a closer look at my modded Vita. I really like the operating system for the Vita. I like how it's got bubbles. Each one of these bubbles has 10 applications or games within each bubble. So the first couple pages I have all these Vita games. I've got about 120 or plus Vita games on this. There's a 256 gig mini SD card I've got set up in here as well. That's where I've got all the games stored. And then I've got PSP games, so some definitely classics as well. And it plays PSP awesome. So let's show you a game. Let's check out Star Wars Battlefront 2, for example. Open it up. I forgot the controls. Yeah, this is exactly how it was with the... Oop. But you can see it really plays great. It doesn't use the second analog stick. It plays with using the action buttons here. But this is how it was originally. No issues. We'll go home button. And then we'll exit. Close it out. So yeah, I've got a handful PSP games, about 60 on here. Okay, next couple pages are my ports, the games that were never initially released for the Vita. These are some really good ports. I've got, again, a handful of these as well. And then the next page is emulators. I'll show you more of that. But let's take a look. There's some Zelda games. In the previous video, I showed you some Zelda examples. One of these, for example, is a 16-bit Zelda, which plays like Link to the Past, but it's a different story. Let's go back. I'll show you Chip 'n Dale Remaster. I showed that previously. Let's do Dead Space. Okay, here it is. Dead Space, newer version just came out recently for, PC, and I saw it, a remaster version came out. It's got touchscreen ability, which is cool. So it utilizes the touchscreen that the Vita has. Let's go to Profile. So it's definitely nice. So I can swipe for hints. I can look around. It doesn't utilize the back touch, but the front touch I can look around. That's awesome. Makes me want to dive right back into Dead Space. It's been quite some time since I've played Dead Space. Okay, that's really cool. Let's check out some other ports. Let's check out Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Okay, so here it is running, literally running GTA San Andreas. Let's go and take this car. See if I can change the song. Oh, dang. Oops. So yeah, really I don't see any issues with this port, to be honest. Other than my driving. That's awesome. What a great game that is. Okay, let's take a look. I got Super Mario 64 Vita. Runs really well. It's Cuphead I did earlier in a previous video, and that runs also really well on the Vita. Let's go back. Let's check out Bully. I haven't played this game, I think probably going back to the PlayStation 2 era. It's been quite some time. Okay, here we are. It took quite a while for it to boot up. This game did anyway. Longer than the previous ones. Let me go up to this guy and punch him. Oh. Dang, that guy took a lot of punches. If you play GTA or any of those games, same team did this. I don't think there's ever been a Bully 2 or anything follow up to the original one. Oh, dang, I got busted. Oh, shoot. Now I'm hitting some principal. Dang, that guy's taking a lot of hits. How many hits? Dang. I think this game would probably be considered very controversial if it came out in today's world, right? Alright, let's go back. Some of the ports, there's Mario Kart Vita, which I showed in my previous video. It's a brand new Mario Kart, different tracks, plays awesome. There's a Metroid kind of remake, some fan game, again 16-bit, like Super Metroid style. A lot of fun to play. Five Nights at Freddy's. You guys can definitely get the idea, though. There's a lot of great potential with the Vita. There's Vice City, also amazing. And there's also emulation, right? So I've got several emulators on here, from Neo Geo Pocket to N64 to Genesis, Super Nintendo, NES. Let's check out Super Nintendo real quick. There's only a handful of games on here. Okay, got like Mario Kart, Super Mario 64, and Wave Race. Let's do Mario Kart. Luigi's Raceway. Common thing with emulation with this course is the screen. You'll see here, I'll show you in a second, doesn't always appear. That's the case with this port too. I'll show you what I mean. Watch. I mean, it plays smooth. Really no lagging, nothing like that. No issues. And because I'm using analog stick, it works really nice. Like, see, there's no screen there. That would have it on the original one that had it. It's pretty common with emulators to do that. I noticed with this particular game anyway. And that's the case here in the Vita port. But it doesn't really take away from the gameplay or anything like that. Go exit. Thank you for watching, guys. Appreciate you guys subscribing as always. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like the Vita? Do you not like the Vita? Leave a comment below. What games do you recommend for the Vita as well? We'll see you guys soon. Take care. And of course, game on.